Welcome to the Cisco show. Don't touch that remote. Special guests. When I say they're special, I mean they're top shelf. The two commissioners, Montgomery County. And who are commissioners? They're elected by the people. And so they're here. They have to do with safety. They have to do with who gets paid, who don't get paid, who works, who don't work, right? So ladies and gentlemen, I want you to meet in this corner in Madison Square Garden. Ken, tell them who you are.
Ken Lawrence, I'm from Plymouth. I've been a commissioner for about 18 months now. I'm filling out Josh Shapiro's term.
And you're vice.
I am vice chairman.
And you?
I'm Val Arkoosh. I'm the chair of the Board of Commissioners, and I live in Springfield Township.
All right. Now, what's a commissioner do?
Well, we do a lot of different things. We run the courthouse, we run the correctional facility, we run the 911 call center. So if someone calls 911,
that's emergency.
Yep, that's us.
That's a lot of new things on that, like right.
A lot of great things.
If somebody calls, you can tell where it comes from and all. You know, they can go right to it.
Text.
You can text to
Montgomery
911.
Montgomery County's way up there.
We're way ahead of everybody.
On everything.
We're definitely
really.
the best. We have a lot of roads and bridges that we take care of and repair. We have a trail system, about 100 miles of trails. In fact, we want to talk about our trail challenge. We run all the health and human services in the county. So services for seniors, for children, a health department.
Right.
We provide vaccinations, a lot of services to the community.
Now, what's this latest drug on the market? They're not on the market in the circulation. What's that about?
Fentanyl, you're talking about fentanyl?
Yeah.
So, as you know, there's a real epidemic here in the county and in the United States about opioids for people who have what's called a substance use disorder.
Where they get that goofy name?
Which name?
That
opioids?
one here. What's the name of it here? What's that say?
Opioid epidemic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So opioids,
what's
it's
that
just
mean?
opioids like an umbrella name for drugs like morphine or heroin. Or anything that's a narcotic pain medicine, or a drug like heroin that's an illegal drug. Opioid is just the class of drugs that they all fall under. And so there's a lot of people
what do you have to do with it then? What's the commissioner do?
Well, what we do is
everybody does their job.
We do a couple things. One, we try to get people into treatment who want to get treatment. We try to make sure that if people are overdosing, that there are people around them that have another medicine called naloxone that can save their life if they're overdosing. All of our police in Montgomery County, every one of them, carries that medicine. Last year, just the police saved over 390 lives by giving people this medicine who were overdosing.
Now, you oversee the district attorney's office, so you work along with the district attorney's office, right, doing that?
Yeah, we don't really oversee him. He's elected also, but we work together with him.
Oh, yeah, okay, all right. Well, you know,
he'd be upset if you told him that we were overseeing him.
You know, I'm a former policeman in Northtown. I started Northtown Police in 1951, and I didn't know. An 8th grade education, you know, I went, you know, and that's all you needed to become a policeman in Northtown. And I didn't know anything about drugs or anything. You know, the only thing I knew was wine, gin, and beer. You know, kind of drugs. But the thing that we got the chief put me in charge of juvenile, the kids were sniffing glue. You know, that was a big thing. And we used to look for little paper bags of sniffing glue. And then some of the girls at Northtown High School, when the high school was in Northtown, and they got a comb and get the thing, and they stick it into the cigarette, and then when they smoke, that plastic would burn and get them a little high or something. All that, you know, little stuff like that. Then all of a sudden, you know, after that, so I started educating policemen about drugs and all. And then I became a county detective. It's all over. But things change. So, tell me now you've been there, 18 months?
About 18 months, yeah.
All right, so, what'd you do?
I've done a lot. Just recently, the county has regained its AAA bond status from Moody's. They were downgraded in 2012. And we worked very hard to make sure that the county's in good fiscal condition. So that'll make a dramatic difference when we have to borrow for our capital projects. One of the big projects we have coming up is our county campus plan, and that's to redevelop and reimagine the courthouse area in Norristown. One Montgomery Plaza where we are, and then the original courthouse, and we'll build a new justice center as well.
Off Penn Street,
Right.
Yep, yep.
like a justice. Well, all right, the justice is going to be courts.
It'll be courts, yep, and some of the other row
the
offices,
detectives?
and detectives.
Because right now they're up there on the second floor.
And it'll make sure that our county employees have a better environment to work in, but also that our citizens will have a better place to come when they have needs to interact with county government.
Well, let me tell you, when I was a county detective, had an opportunity to go pick up a prisoner or so, and you'd see different police departments, different counties. But the county's number one, believe me. The detention centers and everything else, you know.
We're really proud of our team. They work so hard and they do a great job. And the other piece of this building is that we're going to create a park. So along Sweet Street, that'll go down to Main, we're going to have a beautiful new park open to the whole community.
Oh.
And it'll be a place where people can have concerts or bring a farmer's market or have an art show.
Can I go there and sing?
You can go there and sing.
Hey, goodbye.
In fact, you'll be our
Who else
first
tonight?
musical act.
Yeah, I sang in front of President Truman's picture one time.
Well, we'll find a picture for you. Ken and I will put a picture out there and you can sing in front of us.
What?
We'll put our picture out there and you can sing in front of us.
Oh, yeah, well. You know, this guy, every time his wife would sing, he'd go out on the porch. She didn't want people to think he was choking her. Social Security choke, you get to be 65. Okay, now, tell me now this, you got some real new things moving into Norristown about, they're doing it along the Lafayette Street and all. Oh my God, it looks, I was by there yesterday. It's
Looks good, huh?
all that cement walls and everything down there. Tell me what's the truth? How we got benefit on that? How the town, the county?
Well, the hope is the town's going to benefit a lot. And that's because if you remember, back in the day, everybody came to Norristown. But once they built that turnpike and they put an exit in Plymouth and an exit in Upper Marion, suddenly a lot of people drove past Norristown.
Yeah.
So one of the things that's going to happen in a couple of years is there's going to be a new slip ramp off the turnpike that'll come right down onto basically to Conshohocken State Road. And so you'll be able to get to Norristown easily. And that's going to connect to the new Lafayette Street. So part of the street's already redone, but it's closed to traffic.
Right.
And this is the final piece that we're working on now. That's going from Ford to Barbados. And it'll be brand new road. We got that ugly culvert out of there.
Oh, yeah.
And I rode my bike on it last weekend. There's a new stretch of the Schuylkill River Trail there. It's a nice, wide, beautiful stretch of trail.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to be gorgeous. So we're really hoping it's going to bring a lot of people.
The county seat says, you gotta start working on that, you know, you gotta start twisting elbows and make sure everybody's on the same ship or the same boat. You know, I was policeman in Norristown when they only had 12 councilmen, and then they used to fight. I mean, we had to go up and break them. You know?
Oh, literally?
Yeah, yeah, with Democrats and Republicans. And then talking about Democrats and Republicans, I think that's a great thing that they have in the county. You have to have two of one kind and two of the other. Like you had your two Democrats and one Republican, or two Republicans or one Democrat.
We like two Democrats and one Republican better.
You bob and weave. At least, you know, you don't think maybe that's wrong. What's wrong with Norristown? There's 7 councilmen. They're all Democrat. I think there should be 4 of one kind and 3 of the other. And they would do, I don't know, that's my thinking. All sunshine makes deserts. You gotta have the rain and snow and hail if you want a beautiful garden. So you got all sunshine. Everybody just sit there. Yeah. Okay, now, here's a question for you. The lady up there with the green dress. Okay, here's a question for you.
That's a question for you. How do you balance fiscal responsibility and social support?
Well, that's a good question.
Say that loud. Say that loud.
How do you balance fiscal responsibility and social support?
Go ahead.
So that's something we think about every day, actually. We try to help our constituents who need services, whether it's job training or housing or veterans who need to be connected to services, get those things quickly and easily. And we created something called Community Connections, which
What is it?
Community Connections.
Okay,
And that's
good title.
one office that anyone in the county can walk into, and we have these offices around the county, and they can go in there with any problem or any concern that they have. So if a daughter's worried about her mom not getting her medicines, or a veteran needs help getting to the hospital, they can go in there with any kind of question or concern, and that one person can help them get connected to anything they need. So they don't have to go from place to place to place. They come to one place and we get them connected. So it's very efficient, and it's great for our constituents.
Yeah, got somebody up there. Do you have any relations up in that audience? Here's another question here.
All right,
Whoever it
this one's
is.
for you. What have you done to help develop our financially challenged cities?
Well, we've talked about that already. The Lafayette Street connector is going to be huge for Norristown. The campus plan that we have in Norristown will be huge as well. Another project that we were both very supportive of is King of Prussia Rail. King of Prussia Rail would connect University City, Center City, and Upper Marion. Upper Marion is one of the largest employment hubs in the region, but right now
The biggest what?
one of the employment hubs. A lot of employees there.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah,
right,
they have to come in by bus or train.
you know it.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
can't
There's
come in
no
by train. No
Yeah,
train,
there's
just
no
by
train.
bus.
Just by bus.
Just
A
by
bus.
bus. So the King of Prussia Rail would extend from Norristown to Upper Marion and link those three things, which I think would be a game changer
God,
for Norristown.
yeah. So, Upper Marion. When I started, when I was teenager, they used to sell fireworks over there, right there where the train station is, in Bridgeport and Upper Marion come together there. And there was one policeman there, one policeman. There was hardly nothing there,
Yeah.
and then start developing.
It's incredible
But
now.
then, a lot of them sinkholes too. They have one of the big problems over there. You know that? You ever,
We've heard about
the
it.
last one they had was near that big, not Macy's, and the whole parking lot went down. So that's one of the things that it's a problem over there. So but it's something good. Okay. All right. Here's another one from. I'll read this one. Who are your role models? You. Okay. Tell me. I don't know. Is it around with sports, politics, cooks? What? Who's your role model? I know.
My parents.
Oh, yeah.
Great role models.
All right.
to me.
Okay.
All right, so
Other
I
than
got them.
that's number one.
My governing partner,
All right,
Dr.
yeah.
Arkoosh, is a great
Well,
role model to me.
we work
She
together,
makes
that's
me
great,
do my homework,
yeah.
so that's Martin Luther King Jr. is someone that I've
Yeah.
always looked up to, as well.
Well, what? And you live in Plymouth,
I live in Plymouth.
right? And you went to Temple,
I went to Temple.
right?
I'm a Temple Owl.
Right. And you play any kind of sports or anything?
I did a little bit of basketball.
Yeah.
I can't jump, so
Yeah,
that was.
that's
I
right.
like to run now.
I don't know. It's pretty tough to get an education and play sports too. You're in the bus. You got to practice. You got this. Boom, bada boom. We'll talk about football. I don't want to talk about that right now. All right. So your role model is.
So I have a couple too. So I was a doctor before I went into public service.
you're a doctor?
Yeah. I practiced medicine for a little over 20 years. And so there's
What kind of doctor?
an anesthesiologist.
What the? Hello? Help! Help!
So I help take care of people during surgery, put
Oh.
people to sleep.
Surgery.
But anybody can do that. I woke them up. I made sure they woke up.
Oh, my cousin was Dr. Joseph, I think, Ternetta. He was anesthesiologist in Montgomery Hospital years ago.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
good.
he was really good.
Oh, that's wonderful.
But a surgeon, you worked with the surgeons,
I did, yeah. I did work
and
with
you
surgeons.
woke them up.
I woke them up.
Well, I had to tell you a story. This mechanic, the surgeon, went in to get his car fixed. And the mechanic's going, he says, you know, doctor, he says, we do the same thing. I fix this, I would make a replacement. You do the same thing. You're a heart specialist, he says, but you make a lot more money. And he says, doctor says, yeah, he says, but you fix that motor while the motor's running?
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
So I
It's
say,
crazy.
because I had an operation 95%, you know, so
Yeah.
Dr. Anderson, you know. And in fact, I asked him, I said, put me in the, take me in not the dressing, operating room. And I asked him if he would film it. It's on tape. So YouTube, Hank Cisco, you'll see the operation. I thought it was going to be blood, but not the machine. What do they call it? The robot or whatever this is, you know. So, what else? Now, I got another one here. Who's going to answer that one?
Oh, you want to do that one?
What is Smart 911? What is Smart 911? Is that when we
So
register?
I'll do that one, yeah. So Smart 911 is
We were
something.
one of the first. Bill Peters was one of the guys that started that. I remember, and I was close with the Philadelphia was doing
Oh,
it.
that started the 911. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, that's a
we
big
were
deal.
one of the first round, you know.
So Smart 911 is something that people can sign up for. Anybody in Montgomery County can sign up for it. And they do that on a website, which is smart911.com. And it lets people register that they have pets, or if they have someone in their home that might have difficulty getting out of the house if there was a fire. Any information that they want to share with the police or the firemen, they can register that. And so then if they call 911 from any phone number that they connect to their account, when the 911 folks get it, the telecommunicators that answer the phone, they can pull up a thing and it'll say there's 2 dogs in that house, or their grandmother's bedroom is on the
Yeah.
2nd floor
So you
and
know.
she might need help getting down the stairs. Yeah,
Right.
that kind of thing. So when the firemen go, they know what to look for.
Right,
So it's really
right.
helpful. Yeah.
What's this one? The second one there.
The Montgomery County Trail Challenge is in full swing. What kind of participation are you
All
seeing?
right. What's the scoop on that?
Well, talk about the trail challenge.
Well,
right.
you're a little ahead of me right now.
Well,
so.
maybe a little. So our trail challenge, this is our 3rd year of doing it. And the goal is to encourage people to get out and use our 100-mile Montgomery County trail system. And there are a total of 15 trails that we ask people to visit. 13 of them we've already picked, and 2 of them people can pick themselves. And you visit each of those trails. You can walk, you can bike, you can run, whatever you want to do. And then you go on our county website and you register that you visited that trail. And once you've gotten to 5 trails, you get a car magnet. And when you've gotten to 10, you get a water bottle. Is that what it
Yeah.
is this year? And then when you get to 15, there's another
Yeah.
award. You can sign up your dog. So if your dog does 5 trails with
Oh,
you,
yeah.
Gets a
your
bandana.
dog gets a little bandana.
Bow wow.
And we're up to 1,153 people who've signed up as of today.
Yeah. Oh.
Now, I was a trailblazer last year, which is the top. That means I did 15. Val didn't make it, so I'm coaching her this
Yeah.
year to get her along there.
I'm in like the remedial trail challenge.
Kind of
this
like
year.
Mickey and Rocky, you know,
Yeah.
I'm the voice in her ear. Get pushed
Well,
along.
But
Good.
Ken was the second person
Second
last year
person in the county.
in the whole county to do all 15 trails.
That's
Isn't that
great.
great?
What else? What's on the front burner right now? What do you got coming up, or what's the challenges? What's the biggest challenge you
Yeah.
having today?
Well, I think one of the both exciting things and challenging things for our county is that we have a lot of businesses that have moved their business into Montgomery County.
Yeah.
We have the most manufacturing jobs of any county in the Commonwealth. We have about 45,000 manufacturing jobs just here in Montgomery County.
Right.
And we actually, every day, we are a net importer of employees. And so what that means is more people come into Montgomery County to work here every day than leave to work.
Yeah.
So it's great. We have this booming economy. We have a very low unemployment rate in the county. And one of the things that I worry about is that we're going to have the workforce that these businesses need to continue to grow and be successful. So it's so important that we have great high schools like Norristown High School. And we have our wonderful community college that's working with our businesses to create apprenticeships and other training. We want to make sure that we're educating people with the skills that these businesses need. So it's both a good thing, but also a challenge. I think as the job market's getting tighter and tighter, we want to make sure that we've got the right employees for these businesses.
Well, one of the umbrella there is safety. And the big thing today is safety in the schools. And now let's talk about that. Is there anything we're having that could happen in any school? It could happen, a shooter come in there, invader, whatever you want to call them. And I think there should be some. Now, you had the opportunity this morning. The elevators broke, and we had to walk. Did you see now how? Would a police officer, a fireman know where to go when there's a shooter in the building? So let's find out how we can be on the offense, not the defense.
Well, that's a really good question. So
I have my ideas. Go ahead.
One of the other things the county does is we have a public safety department.
Okay.
And I actually just asked our director just a couple days ago to send me an update on all the things that our public safety department is doing with our school districts. We have 22 school districts in the county.
Yeah.
So one of the most important things is now every school in the county has an emergency button in the administration offices, and if they press that button, it goes straight to our public safety department and they deploy help.
Go to the police?
Yep.
Yeah.
And the other thing that they've been doing is they've been working with every school that invites them in to do exactly what you said. Look at the map of the school, understand the layout, and do drills.
Wow.
And they work with the administration. They do actual drills with the students, like safety drills, but they also do what are called tabletop exercises, where they say, well, what if somebody came in here, or what if somebody came in here, and how would we respond? So we've been doing that with a number of our school districts to help prepare and make plans. And then there's all kinds of recommendations for, like the front door here, I noticed. You've got the 2 doors where you have to get buzzed in the first one, I think you can lock the second one if you need to. So like things like that schools can do.
Well, I had some ideas that I thought would be good because I think there should be 2 types of alarms: fire alarm and another invader or shooter.
Yeah, that's what this
because
button
a different
is.
sound. Because I've been going in here for 29 years, okay? And when a fire drill, everybody gets up, but then you have a different alarm, get everybody's attention. Excuse me. Oh, I'm supposed to use my shoulder, right? I can't reach it. But then if you hear that thing, rather than then going out, they go under their desk, lock the door, don't let nobody in. And then I think that they should have, the janitor should be a pretty sharp guy. He shouldn't, years ago they had to shovel coal in there, but now the janitor, I think maybe he should be trained, he should be armed. He should be armed because he's the first guy to meet them policemen coming in and tell them where they're at, where to go. Make sense?
There's a lot of options out there. Yeah.
And I think the Attorney General ought to appoint somebody to oversee safety in the schools. Just that job. No, I want to hear about a safety department, the guy that I just went in there and I want to go in there. What kind of plan? Each school's going to have a different kind of plan. You're going to have a state plan. Go ahead.
What do I think? I like the idea of 2 different alarms. I think that's a good idea.
A lot of,
But we need to get more help for our students too, right? There needs to be more counselors. There needs to be more training in helping
let's have a round
kids
table
and have
discussion
risk
one of these days.
factors. Yeah, those are all really important things too.
And then every policeman and fireman should have the layout of the school. I don't know if they say.
Well, that's what we're working on that.
How would you be able to find them? There's a rumor. I don't know. Some drunken architect laid his place out. Well, over here, over there, door over there. So go ahead.
All right, we got another question from the audience. Tell me about the new voting machines. We do not have new voting machines yet. We're in the process of exploring getting new voting machines. The current machines that we have were purchased in 1995, so we've been using them since 1996. So we had a town hall meeting about it at the community college back in February. We had over 300 people come out, and we will purchase new machines to use in 2019. And one of the exciting things about this is that it'll have a certified paper ballot so that we can do a true recount, where right now we can only recertify what's on the machines, the touch screens that we have now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, but we want to make sure we have plenty of time so that...
No cheating.
No, never.
No.
But so that our workers can be trained
No,
on the machines.
we never had
and
any
voters.
problems that we in Montgomery County that I know of.
Not that
I don't.
We don't think
Every
so.
once in a while there was a complaint. There would be one of the councilmen where the voting was howling at people and screaming. Like Paul Santangelo. He worked at he married Arena's macaroni factory. And on election day he had a flat truck and had all this macaroni up Moore Street. All of my paisans, hey, vote for me. Give him a pound of spaghetti. So,
It's a good strategy.
now somebody up in the balcony didn't hear you too much about this.
All right.
Explain that a little bit more, but I think they didn't get it.
All right. How has Montgomery County responded to the opioid crisis? So, talked a little bit about the fact that we're doing a lot of different things all at once. So, we're trying to educate the public about the problem. We're trying to educate the medical community to prescribe opioids or these pain medicine drugs only as a last resort. There's other kinds of pain medicine that doesn't have the sort of addictive qualities that drugs like OxyContin do. So we're trying to really decrease the prescribing of those things. Helping people understand where they can get help. So if someone thinks they have a problem or they're worried about one of their family members, they can work with our department, our county department of drug and alcohol, and we can connect people
Wait a
with
minute,
help.
that's a separate drug and alcohol, right?
It's a separate department, yep, within our Health and Human Services. So we can help people get access to treatment. We are making sure anyone can get Narcan. Not only do the police have it, but you can walk into just about any pharmacy in Montgomery County and go up to the pharmacy and tell them you want a prescription of Narcan. And we have something called standing orders that cover that. So you don't have to call your own doctor.
Oh.
There's an order I've written, an order that the Secretary of Health for the state has written that can cover those prescriptions. So if you're worried about somebody in your family or a friend, you can get that medication that can save their life if they have an overdose. So a lot of different things like that.
Okay. How about veterans? You have all right, tell us something about that. The veterans, you got a department on that. They help veterans.
We have an office.
We cover everything like the do. Everything's
Yeah.
covered, right?
We got it
Yep.
all.
Well,
ahead.
we have an Office of Veterans Affairs that provides a lot of services to our veterans. Our Recorder of Deeds has started a program where veterans can actually go in, and when they register their papers there, they get a discount card. And
Oh,
there's
yeah,
businesses
yeah.
throughout the county
I forget
that will...
somebody started that. I think it was some elected official. I forget who it was, but it started where veterans get discounts in different
Yeah.
stores or
Well,
something.
Jean Sork's our Recorder of Deeds now, so she's administering
How do you
the
apply for
program
that?
now.
What's the scoop on that?
You go to the Recorder of Deeds office, or they're actually out every weekend at different events.
Yeah.
We were at the PA Hero Walk a few weeks ago in Lansdale. They were there. But you can always go to the Recorder of Deeds office to do
Yeah.
that.
I think you just take your discharge papers,
Yeah.
I think is what all they need. Yeah, and they record them.
We have a van that will pick up our veterans and take them to the VA hospital in Cokesville.
All right. How can people find out? Go ahead. Hit it.
How can they find out what's happening in the county? Well, they can watch your show. That's the most important
Right.
thing.
show.
Yeah.
We have a website.
Hey. Da. Go ahead.
They can go to our website, which is montcopa.org.
Yeah.
montcopa.org. They can follow us on Facebook and on Twitter. We're pretty
Right.
active, and it's not just the county. Our public safety department has a very active Twitter and Facebook.
Health
So does our
department.
health department, very active Twitter and Facebook. So do Ken and I. So there's a lot of different ways you can get information.
All right.
And you can watch our meetings, and they're pretty exciting. We live stream our meetings the first and third Thursday of every month.
Yeah. Did
and
they
then
have any hollering and screaming? No?
we've had a little.
Maybe
From time to
sometimes,
time,
sometimes.
yeah.
Good. I like to hear that. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Now, you'll want to surround yourself with good people. You surround yourself with good leaders in each department, right?
Correct.
So,
How does the county staff support your vision for the county? I'm very proud of our county employees
Right.
because
I could say that, yeah.
they are in it for public service. You know, lots of times we're out places and people will thank us that their grandmother was helped or their child was helped, and you know, we get the thanks, but it's really our county employees who do it. So, you know, I'm committed, and I know Val is commissioner, to make sure that they're compensated fairly, and that we thank them whenever we can for all the work that they do.
well, I think people want to know something about Montgomery County. This is Ed Hall, used to be yeah. Well, you know, he really come up with something, all right? Know something about Pennsylvania, right? We know something about Montgomery County. What is a state bird? Ruffled grouse. What is the over here? What is the state dog? The Great Dane. All right. And all right, here's one. Everybody ready? Well, students are ready. What important U.S. document was signed in Philadelphia? The Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights, the Articles of Confederation, or the United States Constitution? United States Constitution. Okay. And what is the state tree? The state tree is the hemlock. Okay. And what is the state fish? Brook trout. Okay? So, let's say they're in Montgomery County. Right? How many police departments we have in Montgomery County? How many
50.
How many fire departments and police departments?
62 municipalities.
What else? And that's something about, you know,
We're larger than 4
who
states.
who are our commissioners?
Right.
You know,
We got to get on that. Montgomery
Yeah, we'll
County
do that.
I
Trade.
do it there.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Do you know we're bigger than 4 states?
What is the biggest? That lady's up there. She's. What is your goal? The biggest for the next year? You're all going to get elected. I'm going to help. I'm going to vote for you. Okay.
All right.
I'll be a campaign. Okay. On to victory. Go ahead. Ready? Now, what is your goal? The biggest for the next year? What the vision? You know.
Yeah.
You know.
Of course.
We got to maintain our fiscal stability.
But
You know,
again,
because
money
we
first,
can't
right,
we can't
right,
do
right.
anything if we don't maintain our fiscal
Make sure
stability.
everybody does their job.
Yeah. But then we've talked about several big projects we have, maybe not in the next year, but you always have to keep your eye on the ball to keep those things
Right.
moving forward.
You know, I think, I forget who it was, but commissioners every once in a while will go into different departments. Just walk through. Hello, how you doing? You know, you never know. I remember when I went to school, the superintendent used to come in and sit in the class and make sure the teacher was teaching right or whatever. You know what I mean? So I think you got to be visible. You know, be visible. You know, you're doing a great job. I'm proud. I'm proud. My tax money's paying your wages. Okay. All right. Now we got 30 seconds. Come on, 30 seconds. Hit it.
Thanks for having us here. We're so lucky to be here with you. We really appreciate it. And we hope everybody watches so they can learn more about the county.
Well, this goes YouTube, goes worldwide. I'm going to call my Gumbadis in Italy. Hey, Gumbadi. All right. And then go
Thanks
ahead.
for all you do to promote Norristown and the county. Thanks for having us here.
No.
And get out on the trails, Hank.
Yeah, you promote Northtown. I just said that my brother Tony was fighting. I just had 1 second. All right. He was fighting, okay? And he was fighting 3 world champions. And they says here, and a big manager said to him, where are you from? He says, Norristown, Pennsylvania. And he said, that didn't sound good. He says, we're going to say you're from Philadelphia. And my brother said, the young man who big ambitions and his own would have nothing. I'm from Norristown. I am proud. I'm from Norristown. and Norristown is going to be. He was firmly informed that this is my town,
That's
my
great.
brother Tony, and he fought in Washington and different places, you know. So I look at
Good for
this,
him.
oh my God, 1984, you know,
great.
and they put him in the Hall of Fame. So here I am, a little guy, 94 years old, still bobbing and weaving, and I want to say thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
on.
We appreciate it.
Val,
Thank you.
Ken, Rock, and away we go. So let's drink to this here, okay?
All right.
Let's drink to the Montgomery County. God bless everybody. Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you for allowing us to come into your home. May God bless each and every one. And keep bobbing and weaving, left hand high, stick and move. Keep your trunks off the canvas. There we go, Rock. Ah.